all get around and we'll go to Schlem's table actually.
As you say this, Schlim like sits up. Yes. So,
Effect. All right, try something new, team.
ooh, what are we trying?
I'm just talking to my 8 viewers on my channel. Yeah. Today's episode of JARdon, the message brought to you by Dynamic Fitness Supply, your one-stop shop for fitness needs. We've got dumbbells,
And
we've got treadmills,
and
we've got a lot of fair pricing. You can find us in Santa Rosa off 4th Street. That's 1401 4th Street. I forgot the rest of the address because it's been a minute. Mention JARdon the Mess for 15-20% off, maybe. How you guys been?
meow.
14. No, it's 14-14. Yeah, I said 14-1.
It's all right. They'll find it.
Yeah.
I'm doing good this morning. The Niners snuck one in.
Yep.
They should have lost,
Go Niners.
but
Boo.
Purdy came and did it when he needed to.
Boo.
Also,
Hey, look. Niners got it done. I mean, obviously the Great Packers were the underdog. I think having that first round bye is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah,
yeah, it's hit or miss for sure.
Because like, oh, cool, we're cold for 2 weeks, whereas the other team just has building momentum. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that game, like, without that shitty play, I did watch that really terrible pass at the end. Like, dude, what were you doing? Just take the sack.
Packers coming off the win of Cowboys. I mean, they're super.
Yeah.
They're fired up. They got momentum.
I had
Everyone's talking how they can win.
I think they'll be a lot better next year if they can actually get a good run game.
Oh yeah.
But I was wild how the Cowboys have won like the past 3 seasons. They finished 12-5, but losing the wild card round every time. The first round playoffs.
Cowboys will be Cowboys.
It's like, it's crazy, dude. It's just, oh my goodness. But, yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it? Bert, you have some discussion topics for the good old folks.
I got so many.
That
I got so many. Let's start with Sorry, there's just so many that I don't know. So we're gonna hit the first
number
one on
8.
list. Oh, number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Number
5,
8.
6, 7,
The
8. All right, let's talk about job interviews, shall we?
Sure.
Randy, I think this was your discussion point. You want to kickstart this one?
Yeah. 80% of them are my discussion points.
Actually, most of these are mine, if you can believe it.
So with job interviews, I would say obviously you want to have like a level head for the job interview.
Yeah.
And you want to do somewhat preparation for said job interview. I had the good fortune of just kind of getting hired into some positions that paid decent, where the interview may have been okay, or I was too aggressive, but they like saw past that. They're like, all right, this whatever.
Yeah.
So ever since I was let go from Walgreens, like I did all these interviews and I was like, fuck, man, like what's going on? I'm not like, it's a lot harder. Like it should be easy. Yeah. Like, because I was just, hey, did one meeting with the district manager, I'm going to hire you. I'm like, oh, cool. And I just got paid a good amount of money. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm worth all this. Yeah. Yeah. Bow to me. But what the reality was, it's like totally not like that. Totally not like that at all. It's just maybe once in a blue moon you get that, like maybe 1 in 30 interviews or something that'll happen. So what I've learned a lot. um be yourself, but don't be yourself. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm
It does
myself in
make
this
sense, but what does it mean to you?
I'm myself in the sense of like I have like a very confident attitude towards sales,
Hmm.
but that sales attitude could come off as being aggressive or too aggressive, I would say, towards
People
like the
might
job in
only
mind.
when people think sales, they might think of like just
Like a bullshitter.
too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I would say a bullshitter, even though like I believe what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but they come off and say like, "Oh, you're just bullshitting me." I'm like, "Well, I don't know how that's possible. I've been successful." But and I determine sales by return rate. That's how I determine like a successful salesman at the end of the day. Like, you can sell a bunch, but if your return rate's like 40%, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
You're just saying whatever. But if my return rate's like 8% or less, probably near the 5%, if that, I feel like I was pretty good. Yeah,
Oh,
he's still there. Yeah. But so doing interviews, I wonder if he's still there. I don't know.
I'm still
Dalton.
here. My
Okay.
webcam has been weird.
Okay, no worries. So doing these interviews and learning a lot after the sheriff's thing, because you kind of have to buckle down a lot for that shit.
Yep.
And I got a different mentality on things, and I wasn't applying. I was like, okay. So then that fell through. So I started applying again towards like the end of December, the beginning of the year. Had some interviews, and I would apply, and I started to actually, Bert, I mentioned, like, yeah, I had to prepare for the interview. We had to cover, like, yeah, preparing. Yeah, it's good. Basically told I had a job, but then it was like, nope. But then I do this phone interview for, I'm not going to name the name.
Yeah.
I do a
A
phone
company.
interview, a company, and the, me and the recruiter kind of like hit it off because we're from the same city. So I'm like, yeah, I'm from Gatati. And she's like, I'm from Gatati. Where are you? I'm states away right now, but I'm from Gatati. Like, nobody talks about this place. It's small.
Yeah.
And I like, so we had this rapport
Bond.
right
Yeah.
off the bat, which helped. And Bert, like I was talking about last time we spoke,
Yeah.
I was struggling with some questions. I was like, not like I if I had time or knew, I could answer the questions properly. But since I haven't delved into like this certain aspect of the job or anybody's asked me about it, like, it just wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's on me. That's on me. I'm gonna own that. But
Yours? I think she needs something.
what she said, when you look up research, do these three things. And I 100% believe it's like, because she felt like I was like,
Close.
I was close. I was
Yeah.
close, but that deciding factor is going to be the regional manager.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the deciding factor is going to be. So I do study up and I just research, I'm like, okay, refresh the memory
Mm-hmm.
of these past things that I did and that I understand. Because a lot of times when you're applying for like a manager position, like, I manage people well, that's great. I do the
Yeah.
schedule,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
within budget, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's way more in depth. There's just way more in depth to that. Whether you think about it or not, there's more the analytical side, the number side of things, and that's where I was lacking. So I do the interview with the regional manager. Regional manager was cool. And this is where this preparation comes through. You can kind of answer stuff like right on the fly, but when they 100% ask you, do you have questions? I feel like that conversation should go another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not, yeah. So I even told him, like, I got points written down. Do you mind? No. Like, the interview should have, like, was supposed to end theoretically here, but now the interview is ending over here because we're going over all these points. And I'm getting more in depth about the job, and it shows that I'm more interested because these are questions that I'm asking, which I should have been asking in the first place. And then I get reached out, and it was between an ASM position and a stores position. Like they were like, "Hey, we have this position that's opening up. Do you mind commuting?" I'm like, "I don't mind commuting. Give me a store. It's salary.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Yeah,
do the work. Like I don't care."
Yeah.
But
Without saying that how far away, the location of where it was at, how far away how long of a commute would it be?
I used to do that commute for
Yeah.
like
See,
7 months.
yeah.
So yeah, it it could be good and bad, but it could be good and bad.
Sure.
But at the end of the
Not
day,
fun,
like,
that's for sure.
yeah, the money, I don't mind commuting if there's no traffic, but if there's traffic and you're kind of slowed down,
Yeah.
like in an excess of like 20 to 30 minutes every day, you're like, but the money
boggles my mind because
yeah.
in LA, there's no way I'm getting anywhere if it's not taking my commute is 20 to 30 minutes, regardless, even though it's down the street. Anyways, sorry, keep going.
So it's like, and I was telling my dad this. She's like, "Well, the commute." I'm like, "No, it doesn't matter. The money at this point. If we're talking tens of $1,000 difference just to commute, like I will commute. I don't like understand like the problem. You're gonna do it. You put in your dues." So I got reached out by the manager, and I was told this by the regionals, like, "Hey, we're gonna decide if we're gonna put you in the ASM position or the manager's position via the store."
So
like,
was this? Sorry, was this Walgreens or a different company?
This is a different company. This isn't Walgreens at all. This all happened within the past like week. So I got reached out to by the store manager of the current location. So I'm like, okay, that's where they're leading me towards. Like, unless they just come out of left field and say, "Hey, here you go."
Yeah.
So yeah, long story short, long story long, I got the message from the recruiter, the initial recruiter, saying, "Hey, we're going to bring you on board and we're going to send you a job offer." I was like, "Okay, cool." There we go. It's not, I mean, obviously I would have liked this other position, but I understand that where I was at with Walgreens was a very, 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 it's like it happens, but it doesn't happen so often. Like just to kind of jump over individuals to a store manager position, like without like putting in your dues. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
All right.
Most people want to promote from within. So, but Bert, I was saying, so they're going to send me a job offer for the ASM position of this company, which is cool. I would have liked to excel. I would have liked the store manager position, but at this point in time, with things that are going on in my life with my family, it's like, all right, get this job. And I realized, I'm like, okay, just put in your dues.
Yep.
Put in your dues. You should get a store, because I expressed that I want to move up and move up. And I think that is something that they don't hear nowadays. Some interviews are like, "I just rather be a floor worker for my whole life."
Yeah. Or people are just using it as like a transitional job.
Yeah,
like the
transitional. But
if you're like, no, I'm committed.
Yeah,
like,
very. So I should be getting the job offer early next week or early this week.
Great.
Finally.
What is ASM?
Yeah, just as a store manager. It's not so I mean, they still get bonuses, which is nice. Yeah, but it's not the salaried position yet, which could be good and bad, but I don't really care because
but I mean, it's a start.
It's not like
use it as an opportunity to see how like somebody else is running it, whether it's good or bad, and be like, "Oh,"
and I truthfully think,
and for your benefit too, you might not like it.
Like there's always that, but I equate a lot of stuff now in comparison to Walgreens, where I didn't like doing pharmacy. Like, I don't want to do pharmacy work because I never wanted to be a certified technician ever, but you had to get certified there. Interviewed for CVS, store manager and training position. That was an interesting hour-long interview. Just going over a lot of stuff in depth, like what happened with Walgreens. Like, why Walgreens or why CVS? I'm like, we guys are like the same.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I could make an easy transition over here and excel. But I know they pay less than Walgreens because you don't get certified, I believe. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But and I'm supposed to be hearing back from them Tuesday or Wednesday. So depending on what, but as of right now, I do have a job offer for this other company, which is pretty
Nice.
cool. I'm just trying to like psych myself up to get to these different hours now. That was the one thing when you're the manager, like, well, I make the hours.
Yeah.
or I have to go work these other hours, which is not a big deal. But man, getting off at like midnight sometimes, you're like,
Ugh.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. How are we gonna do this? Yeah, yeah. Is it always gonna be like this? Can I at least have Sundays off so I can play baseball?
Religious reasons.
You know what's wild? I don't think they. You tell companies again, I need Sunday off. At least for what I'm looking at, they're like, yeah, okay, right to the trash.
Yeah.
Like even if it's religious or not, yep, never offered you anything. Like so, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was my little job interview. At least wanted to say, study for the fucking interview more in depth and ask different questions than whatever questions you think you're gonna ask. Just do some more research and ask different ones.
Before I got my current job and I was job searching, I saw this TikTok and it was like questions to ask while you're being interviewed. And one of the things was you ask the interviewer, is there anything about my resume that worries you? And I really like that one. And so I had this, I ended up interviewing for this warehouse job for this label making company for wines.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And it was actually pretty dope. It wasn't terrible. But they had I'm pretty sure they had like magnets and shit in their system.
Yeah.
So I couldn't stay. But I dropped that question on the dude that interviewed me. I mean, I got the job.
Yeah. That's good though. You
I
know
don't
what
know
I
if that had anything to do with it,
you know what I would say? I think that 40% of my why I didn't hear back from some companies is because of how my jobs are laid out or how they're worded. Dynamic fitness supply, 360 fitness superstore.
You have a pattern here.
The guy thought the CVS recruiter was like, so you're in retail and you went to fitness and then you went back to retail and you're fitness, like, so what's going on? I'm like, it took me back for a second. I was like, do people think that I work at a gym? Like,
yeah.
Like that hurts because sales manager for a gym
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's nothing. You're like some annoying dude that keeps like, no, I'm selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment years over year. And I thought about it, I'm like, if this didn't work, I'm like, I have to word my resume differently because, dude, I really think people just see fitness like, oh, he works in a gym.
Yeah.
How far back, Bert? I don't know. When's the last time you did a resume? But you read them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How far back do you guys list your jobs? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had a few jobs. I usually only list my last 3 jobs.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the stuff that's relevant. Like if I went all the way back to like In-N-Out or Best Buy, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Because this is like a decade ago. It's like what's relevant, right?
And to me, that's too much. It's like,
yeah,
cool, you did all this, great. What's the last few years of your life?
Yeah, because what people are looking for is like what Randy was talking about, which is like, sorry, for me, in my experience, what people are looking for is like, okay, this person been bouncing around a bunch. Mm-hmm. They're bouncing around a bunch, right? Like why, right? Because it's like, oh wow, you're at this place for like 5 years. That's crazy. That shows me that you have company loyalty. You know, that's exciting. But why did you leave, right? I've seen a lot. We have a pretty extensive, it's like rigorous hiring process at our company. Where like just doing the interview, or sorry, you submit like your resume, but there's also like a questionnaire that you have to fill out. Mm-hmm. So you have to fill out this questionnaire. And then from that questionnaire, we look at your responses and be like, okay, great. Do we want to bring this person to the next thing, which is like it's like all these stages. And it's so crazy to, I think back to that story that you were talking about, Randy, where there was like that one where you just like didn't put in enough information for like the question.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's actually consistent. There's like
Dude.
consistency when it comes to people like just not understanding that those questions are like extremely important and looked at. So if you don't answer, there's one guy.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nasal spray.
Yeah, get it. Actually, I'm gonna talk about that in a second too.
Sinuses, bro. I haven't been able to breathe in like a month. It's stock and
Anyways,
Afrin. Yeah, go ahead.
no. Just yeah, I don't think you need to go super far back. The key is it's like structuring it in a way where relevant information is present, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, my
Nice.
like saying that now, like I feel like some of my resume goes back a little too far, but it was weird because there was a blend of two jobs for
yeah,
like 5 years. It's like I bounced from Hansel and AT&T
yeah,
for those 5 years. I was like, oh, I was doing car sales. Well, then I went back to cell phone sales. Well, then I went back to car sales. Well, then I went back to like literally the same two companies. So I have like the furthest back that I go, which is kind of far though, at the end of the day, is car sales. But if, when you look at the time, I don't break it up and you're like, yeah, this and this. I just put like
yeah,
2011, 2015.
yep,
I
exactly.
put
Intermediate or
yeah, I put
whatever,
my cell
whatever.
phone sales like 2011 to like this certain year. Like
Yep,
it's crazy, but like nobody's ever looked at it and was like, nobody's ever, I guess people don't look that far back, like you're saying. But no, if anybody ever looked at it, it's like, were you doing both at the same time? Like, what were you doing?
yeah,
But 100%, I will moving forward. I'll probably stop or I'll probably start my resume at Sprint because that was when I just like it was just the store manager from then on out. Whereas,
yeah. If you're applying for store manager stuff, put
yeah,
just the store manager stuff on there,
mhm.
right?
Yeah, man,
But
yeah,
it
but
sounds like that you something's actually coming finally through, which is great.
yeah, but just $20,000 less.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
but you got to
yeah.
start
You
somewhere.
gotta start somewhere.
That
Look,
was that's the one thing is like,
it's
do I
not
keep
it's
holding
not twenty
out?
thousand dollars less. It's whatever your salary is now finally coming in, right?
Yeah,
More, right?
yeah, yeah.
But
That's it.
yeah, I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
It's like I would say one thing is like you're trying to hold out to find that like, oh, I can get there again. I can get that. I can get that. I can get that. But then it's just like I don't want to pass a good thing up
Yeah.
where potentially I could just move up in 6 months
Yep.
and get there.
Yep.
Whereas I keep
Like
hoping.
I'm not saying this is the case for you,
Hmm.
so just take this with a grain of salt. But it's like if you're struggling now, then you're just struggling a little bit less for 6 months
Yeah.
to then, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right.
Yeah. That was the one thing about the applying for the sheriff's department. Like I not gonna say I would have got these jobs, but there were two very prominent interviews that I didn't do because of it. And
Yeah.
I think about it. I'm like, well, dude, one was a contract job, fucking like $90,000 for like 10 months. And I was like, I think about it, not like so often, but I'm thinking about like, well, I completely turned that down. Amazing. And then the other one was it was another manager's position or yeah, but it was just like I didn't go because like
Mm-hmm.
whereas had I known that the process was going to take so damn long and all these other things, I felt like I could have done really well at one of the two
Yeah.
just because of my style of management. But it is what it is. Shit happens. Moving on.
Moving
It
on. This will
happens.
be real quick, and then we can pick a random one. A life hack. Always, always remember that it is. No, I shouldn't say always. Actually, and I shouldn't say do this. Let me throw this out here, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I find that's extremely important to once every blue moon, right? Once every while, be like, oh yeah, I need to clean out my nose. It's like it's simple. You don't think about it, right? I mean, because it's like I think for me at least, there's this stigmatism of like, oh, like or stigma of I'm gonna picking your nose is gross. I'm not recommending picking your nose because you'll just see these people who are just like just getting in there, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, right? But there are times where I'm like walking around, I'm like really congested or doing whatever, and I'm like, man, and I just forget, dude, just blow your nose, just blow your nose, or like take a wet Kleenex or tissue paper, pull it out,
Mm.
pull it out, or some people do like a full nasal wash and just like get that stuff out there, and it's just like instantly I can breathe again. I go, oh my gosh, why was I walking around for days being like I can't breathe when all I need to do is just clear the junk that's in there, and I'm good to go.
My sinus is like I don't know what I need to do. Tony was suggesting get like a neti pot or something,
Yeah.
just something to clear up because I get congested like 2 or 3 times a day. Bad, like my stuff, like my nasal passage like swells up, and it's not like you
Ugh.
can blow your nose or anything. It's just you
Yep.
just can't breathe well.
Yep.
So I have no idea what it is. I've thought about like I've seen it on where a guy will go to like a chiropractor's office or something, and they'll put a balloon up your nose and just open up that passage better. And I'm like, man, do I need to do that?
Mm.
They're really
But right
uncomfortable.
now, it's just like, fuck, dude, every day. Like, yeah, that's why I've been on the Afrin hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Name brand Afrin, by the way. You can't get don't get like the whatever. You need to get the name brand stuff because it's better. It's going to work more better. And also, I bought the shitty CVS one for like $2, $3 less, and the cap broke on me after like 4 uses. I was like, well, should have just got the normal one because they have
And
this.
you want to work for them?
I mean, fuck. Maybe it might have been worth it if I got it for $7.
Yeah.
You're like, if I get hired, I promise I will change.
Have you done it? Have you done like a neti pot or any sort
I
of
have
thing?
not. I have not, but I
Dude,
need
it's
to.
gross, but it's really important.
Yeah, I need to do something. Like I know I'm saying that out loud. I could probably go get something, but man, I have to use the sinus spray.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tony's like, "Are you allergic to the cats or something? Or maybe something." I'm like, I highly doubt it because this is happening when I'm at work. This happens when I'm just out and about. Like when I went to the casino with Jay.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. Just alive and being a family guy.
Yeah.
Still has those kids, huh?
Driving just Tesla. Gross. But dude, we were in the casino and I didn't bring my notebook, bro. I was so congested, I couldn't breathe. I was like, dude, everybody's smoking cigarettes everywhere. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just like, it doesn't matter how long I'm here, like I can't breathe. And the second we got outside, I was like, oh my god. And dude, my clothes smelled like fuck all. Like, it was. Can we talk about the casino for a sec?
Yeah.
I haven't been to the casino in years. Like I don't
like the one in RP, right?
Yeah, I don't like the casino. I think it's just whatever.
I've never been to it.
Like I'd rather go to a Vegas casino, a Reno casino, anywhere but Warner Park's casino.
Yeah.
And
not that bad. I wish they'd have better food, but
it's not that bad. I mean, especially because they've got craps now. I was literally staring at that.
Oh shit! Do they really?
I was like, well, I mean, I brought $100, but I mean, that's my game. I love craps, like, but you can lose so money so fast. But also, the energy at the table sucked. They had digital craps, which I thought was stupid. You go to a Vegas casino, it's more spread out.
Yep.
You go to Reno, it's more spread out. Granted, there are way more options. He's like everybody and their mother from fucking up north in Chinatown are there. Like it's just like Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah. Like you're walking through swaths of just river folk and smoke. There's Sky Bar. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm telling this straight up. Like there were not very many attractive people there. I'm not saying I'm like good looking or anything like that, but there were not that many attractive people there. I'm like, dude, where are people my age going? Like, oh, they're probably at home with their families. Like, I should just be at my house playing Red Dead right now.
Yeah. There's gambling in Red Dead. You can just do that.
Yeah, or they're just they're in Railroad Square having a cocktail or something. And I was like, dude, that's like, I'm like a lounge person if I'm going to go drink, or I need to go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
dive bar and be by myself.
yeah.
But I'm not hating on some of the people that are there. Maybe that's just like their vibe. But dude, for me, it was just, and it's funny. Jay was looked behind and was like, "Oh my god, the guy's wearing his Tesla jacket." I was like, "Oh, one of your employees or something?" He's like, "No, I sold that guy and his son a Tesla." I'm like, "Oh, so he's at the Sky Bar with this brand new Tesla jacket, trying to get some."
This
I
makes
was
me
just
so
like,
Was it even
angry.
the better model?
I don't fuck, dude. It was so cringe. And we were walking by, and some fucking woman was like live streaming herself sitting at like one of the tables on the end. I'm like, this is Roner Park. It's Roner Park. I mean, this was they probably cool. Like, I don't know, back when I was
No, not never.
when it was less filled. Like, it was crazy. And the fact that they don't let some people in because it's too crowded or whatever, I was just like, bro, this is too much. This is too much. I gotta get out of here. Like, and the fact that I can't breathe right, like I need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: they have a non-smoking section, and we walked in. I'm like, the air's different in here. It's so close, but then I'm like, it smells like McDonald's, bro.
Dude,
Did you go and get McDonald's after?
there is
Say
that
what?
very unique smell of McDonald's, right? Part of point one. But there are variants of that smell that are really, really interesting because like I can recall to my brain, right? I'll give you an
Yeah,
example. McDonald's in a Walmart
yeah,
has a very distinct
dude,
smell.
dude,
All I
dude.
smell is fries.
That's really what you smell. You smell like it was like fries and carpet. That's what I smelled. It
The
smelled
carpet,
better than
yeah.
being on the main
Yeah.
floor
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah.
I didn't win shit. I'll tell you that. Only brought $100. Dude, sidestep. Do you guys know our Burlington Code Factory is closing down, or it's closed
Is it
down in
really?
Rohnert Park? Yeah, it's
Wow.
I didn't
closed.
know that.
Yeah, I makes sense, or they're just hike. They can't keep up with that rent cost.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a big building.
big ass building. Like, I never understood how they stayed in business for like 8 years
Yep.
because they would section off parts of the store and you're like, well, I'm only here for this, but I wanted to go over there and look at that shit.
Right.
But I guess I can't because it's blocked off. And then I thought they were finally getting somewhere, but apparently not. So
Well,
now it's like, what's going to become of Burlington, and then what's going to become of the old movie theater?
Dude, I
oh
am
yeah.
really hoping somebody buys out the theater and fixes it up, brings it back. Like, I
Give
miss
Hey,
you.
me
movies are a dying experience, man.
give me 10 years and I'll think of some. If I've got the money to, I'll buy that theater and I'll just literally charge people to go watch Disney Plus in there. Like people want to watch stuff on a bigger screen and with their friends and eating drinking alcohol or whatever. Hey,
It's
look,
not a terrible idea if it could be done.
Yeah.
dude, like the Santa Rosa Theater or the Airport Boulevard, God. I felt so spoiled and so stupid for not going there for years.
Yeah.
Right.
Reclining electric seats, a little tray table in front of you. The place is super nice and retro looking. The theater only holds like 70 people
Yep.
because you need space to like sprawl out. It's amazing. It's
Yep.
amazing. Like my movie going experience like went up, and they got a full bar there. And I think they really kill it at nighttime with the full bar and like the bar food. Let's get sloshed to go see a movie. Okay.
Not a terrible idea.
Yeah, for real. And they got like mini corn dogs. So like it's kind of crazy how the movie theater before its end try to revamp. They did like a little remodel in the front end and try to do this revamp of food and bring in a little bit of alcohol and all this shit just to close down like 4 months later. Like, dude, did you guys not see this coming? Was this like a last ditch effort?
Yeah.
I don't think COVID helped you guys, but then we're also 2 or 3 years from like the heart of COVID removed.
Yeah.
And also with Disney movies that suck, that doesn't help either. Or superhero movies probably did that theater in. Nobody wants to go see a superhero movie anymore.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
it's
watched?
good.
I was gonna say, have you watched the recent Indiana Jones
Trailer,
yet?
No.
Well, just the movie.
dude.
No.
Oh, the new movie? No,
No.
I
You
saw
guys
the
need to
video
do
game
it,
trailer though.
dude. I'm so stoked for that.
So stoked. Randy, did you watch that too?
I watched half of it.
And then you tuned
You
out, or
weren't
you?
stoked.
Uh I view it as a game that will probably be fun, but at the end of the day, only Dalton's gonna buy.
Really?
Because I mean,
Well,
what
why won't you
game?
buy it?
Well, I want to know why if Bert's gonna buy it.
So I
Because
think I
if the
am.
majority is 2-1 and we're all playing on fucking Xbox, or we all have the ability to play at the same time, oh, yeah, I'd be more inclined to buy it just to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I think it's single player only though.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't know if that will. So that'll probably deter you from getting it. But I'm curious because I felt so starved for like good Indiana Jones content, and I have fond memories of the other Indiana Jones video games that I played from like way. I mean, this is granted, this is totally different because it's like Bethesda, which is like the RPG masters, right? Um, but I'm actually like really excited about it, but I'm kind of like middle, which is it seems like it's very much like a puzzle game as well as like a fighting game, which would make sense for Indiana Jones. Uh, it's just my curiosity goes with okay, is it engaging with me or does it make me not want to play it if I get stuck, right? So we'll see because I think back to some of the old Indiana Jones games, and they're all like puzzle stuff, so it's fun.
Yeah.
But so I'm excited. Sorry, spare the notice. I'm excited, but I'm
Very
waiting to see
excited.
more about the actual gameplay. They've got me hooked on like the vibe. The vibe feels Indiana Jones. I'm excited. There's gonna be, I want to go on an adventure, but I
Cracking
want to
your
also
whip and
punching
bringing
people in the
dudes towards
face.
you and punching them.
Yeah, sounds. I'm excited, but I actually want to see more of the actual gameplay before I go. Yes, but it might be a purchase for me. It might be a purchase for me.
It might
Dalton.
be Game Pass day one,
Oh yeah, it's
but
Xbox. It's Bethesda, and
That's so
Bethesda signed
crazy
a deal
that
with
brand
Xbox.
new
So
games just go right to Game Pass. I love
yeah,
it.
dude, I love it. It's worth the
Now
money.
that my uh $12 a month subscription is $17 a month somehow, which I don't fucking get. That's so dumb. It was easier when I was just paying it off with my Xbox. Now, like that I'm seeing the charge happen, I'm like, dude, this is like I don't even use Game Pass. Like I've just subscribed to it just because in case something pops up. Like I did the beta for Pal Guys. Like it's Pal World or something where I don't know. You got to look it up. It's this little game where you have like these little Pokemon looking animals that you kind of like beat the fuck out of or that help you build stuff. It's a very basic game, but it's apparently just blown up right now. Red Dead Redemption 2. Bro, that
Hella good.
was I feel like I completed it in like 40, 50 hours.
wow,
Like I
Did you
think
do a lot of the side stuff?
no.
Like, there's a lot to
there's
do
a
in there.
lot. You
I
can
mean,
be
if you
getting
just like
like
kind of like walk
lost.
through the neighborhoods, people just start talking and you can do stuff. But
Yep.
I'm one of those guys where I get hooked on the just the storyline. I'm like, the story's really good. I just kind of want to see what's going on. But man, once Arthur got tuberculosis, I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm like, I don't even want to play. I don't even want to finish this right now because I know he's gonna die. Unless he somehow is like, oh, I'm alive.
Yeah.
But then I know it's a prequel game essentially. So
Yep.
then it migrates over to John Marston. And
Have you played Red Dead Redemption?
no, never.
Okay.
I looked for it. I don't think it's on Pass, or I mean, I didn't want to
I
buy
don't think
it.
it is.
Yeah, but the I thought it was pretty like I because I watched the whole entire credits. There's stuff happening, and like these people are looking for John, and they find him, and so I'm wondering, does that just migrate over to Red Dead Redemption? People are looking for John on his farm with his family, And I had another question: is Arthur still alive, or is
Well,
Arthur just because he
Pretty sure
didn't
Arthur's
die at
dead.
the
Dead.
end? No, I mean, sorry, Dutch, Dutch. Sorry,
Oh,
oh.
I don't remember.
No, because you go after Dutch.
Dutch is alive.
Yeah, Dutch is alive because you go after Dutch in Red Dead.
Yeah, or no, we're
Oh
going after
yeah.
Micah.
Well, you eventually, I think, go after Dutch in Red Dead.
Oh, in Red Dead. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So you played the second one, Bert?
I've played. Oh, so sorry. God, my brain. I was like, yeah, of course. I played Red Dead Redemption. That's the second, but it's the first technically. Yes, I have played. No, not all the way through. Not all the way through. I got it when it came out. I was like, oh man, I'm so excited for this. I started booting it up, and I just didn't have time for like a really big game, so I have not played it all the way through.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Fun.
From a little bit that I played. I bought Red Dead Redemption on Switch just to play like when I was up north for the holidays. I didn't get much into it, but that one's I played so much Red Dead Redemption. It is so good. And they have this entire DLC, which is this like undead nightmare. So it's just like zombie mode, like a campaign. Think you're playing through the game. Did you play the undead one, Dalton? You
Yeah.
play Red Dead. Yeah. And so like it was just like, oh whoa, this is like Wild West with zombies. This is kind of crazy. This is gnarly.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I was curious about that. So there's Red Dead Undead, and that's just a whole nother campaign by itself.
yeah, it's kind of like a what if campaign. I don't think it's supposed to be like real or canon, but it's basically if you beat Red Dead Redemption, the first one, it's like the what if continuation afterwards.
Gotcha.
Or it's like it's like an alternate time. I don't know how to describe it because it's like
Then there's
People,
Red Dead Online.
people wanted that for the second one, but they never released any zombie things.
no zombie things.
It was disappointing because that would have been really cool.
I tried Red Dead Online probably like a day after beating Red Dead.
It's not much to do.
And I was like, man, I gotta build this character. He looks ugly as he's not like looks nothing like me. He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
The fact that he
And then
didn't
you just
talk
join a
killed it
game.
for me.
You just join a game and it's just an open world, right?
Yeah.
And it's like GTA Online, right?
Yeah.
And I played a little bit of online when Red Dead came out, the first one, and it's basically just it's kind of cool conceptually, which you just get dropped in this world, and there's just like posses of people rolling around, like there's like gangs of people riding horses. So I'll just be like riding out in the middle of nowhere, and then I'll see like 5 little blips come on my radar. I'm like, oh fuck, and then I just get like mollywalked by this like gang of dudes on these horses out in the middle of nowhere. So that conceptually it's fun, but then like it just turns into, oh cool, I'm gonna spawn in this armadillo town, and then like you're there, and all of a sudden it's just like there's just people just running around shooting each. It's like there's only so much where I go, okay, whatever, and it's just all the lobby for you can actually go play multiplayer matches. You can play like Slayer, you can play like actual like matches.
Yeah.
But even then, some
team
of that's
v team.
yeah. Even then, it's like, yeah, there's just a bunch of tryhards, and it's just like,
I wish they made that sort of stuff more like like Elden Ring style, or even World of Warcraft style, where it's like if you want to fight somebody, you both have to accept, and then you go into like this sub little thing, and because
I never killed anybody in Elden Ring. I always got ganged up on like hard. I'm like, you come across a guy that's like, oh, dude, you're like a level 50? Fuck you. Let's go. Then his like level 150 buddies like standing on the side, like just ready to kill you. I'm like, dude, that's the hardest I'm sure if I view Elden Ring multiplayer as like me getting used to PUBG. Like I need to get like 50 matches in before I get the hang of it. Because man, people are good. Apparently, Dalton, they nerfed some of the game, or they buffed some of the game.
Oh, did they?
Like, Melania is not nearly as hard as she was, apparently.
Dude, I almost quit because she was so hard.
Nah, I beat her in 3 tries.
I beat her in like 300 tries.
Dude, I had I mimicked the fuck out of her really quick. Just beasted it up. But it took me a good 16 hours to beat the final boss, though.
Wow.
And then Sarah was playing through, and she had me fight her for her, and I'm like, I want to cry.
Discussion topic, a real one, solid one, but isn't just
These are
tapering
all
off
real.
to
I feel like
other
India
topics.
Jones was pretty solid.
Yeah. All right. Pick a number, Randy.
6.
4, 5, 6. Okay. Coffee. I love coffee. Coffee's great, right? I think I've talked in the past about my coffee maker breaking, and you have to be like, what do I need to do to get my coffee fix, and doing like a Wild West, bringing it back, cooking it in a pan. Well, my coffee maker finally broke again, and I'm like fed up. I know what happened. I know why. I think I know why, and it's just dumb. Which is because my routine is I wake up, I set the coffee maker on, I walk my dog, I come back. By the time I come back, there's coffee. And one of these days, I did the whole thing, and it was early, and I walked him, and I came back, and I just, as soon as I opened the door, normally it's the wonderful smell of freshly brewed coffee. It's a wonderful smell. It's a delightful smell.
It does smell good.
It's a day-inspiring smell. What's not an inspiring smell is when you open up your door and you walk in and you just go, oh no, what's that burnt smell? And I like walked over to the kitchen, and the pot wasn't perfectly lined up with the drip. And so there's just like coffee drip ooze just all on the counter. It's burning on the hot pan or the hot plates, and there's just this burnt coffee smell. And I was like, "Fuck!" And so this liquid coffee junk has just gotten into all the electronics, right, of the coffee maker. So I tried to like do it a couple times more, and it just wouldn't brew a coffee.
No.
Nothing would happen. It's just gone. So at this point, this thing lasted. It was more expensive than the last one I had, and it didn't even last as long as the first coffee maker that I had. That also didn't last like a full year. So I'm kind of like, fuck it. I'm over it. I'm going low tech on this. I'm over these like fancy coffee makers. I just need something to make coffee. So I went with an old school percolator, right? So it's literally just like your old grandma's coffee pot kind of thing, where it's just, it literally looks like you could just put it on a stove, like a campfire, and it would cook. And that's how I make my coffee now. But it's amazing how much you rely on routine and you set it up. So I had a routine of like waking up in the morning, doing this thing. And because I actually have to put this on the stove as opposed to like turning on a machine, I don't do it before I leave to go walk the dog, because I don't want to leave my stove on, right? So it's now completely shifted how my schedule is in the morning, because normally it's like, okay, I do this walk for 20 minutes to come back and have coffee. Now and I get to enjoy it while I'm getting ready, to now I walk my dog, I come back, I now have to make my coffee. So now I have a very short period of time to actually like drink it before I leave. And it's like completely thrown off my like new year a little bit, because you have that routine that you get into.
100%.
Like, so it's been interesting. I enjoy it because it's I don't have to worry about it breaking down, but it's just completely thrown off my new year.
Dude, I definitely understand. Like, you save time this way, but now you're pinching it close. It's cutting it close. I did something. We've got their coffee maker works fine. But something I did do to like save time, because I eat so many eggs. I eat like six egg whites every morning, but I crack the eggs myself. And I don't want to keep going to the store like every few days, just look like a fool, because I just keep grabbing extra things I probably don't need at the time.
Yeah.
But I cracked like 24 eggs because I had like 12. I'm like, how am I supposed to do it? Dude, it just saves time. If there's anything that you could do, like if you know you're gonna use onions like in advance, so chop that whole bitch up.
Yeah.
But yeah, now like I save myself probably 3 minutes. But that 3 minutes though, it just feels like easy.
Yeah. That's actually a really interesting point, because like the chopping onion ones just blew my mind a little bit, where it's like I have onions, and I'll
I
make
love
a
onions on
meal.
pizza.
I love onions. I love onions. I just love onions.
They're
But
good.
because it's
Delicious.
so annoying to like chop in the moment, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't need onions on this, and I'll like keep moving on. But if I actually just chopped them up, if I just sat down and was like, all right, I'm chopping this whole onion, I'm going to use that onion throughout the week
Yeah.
because it's already chopped.
But
That's actually,
you
yeah,
have to make sure your onions are fresh and tightly sealed. Otherwise, they will take on the smell of whatever else is in your fridge.
that's true.
Mhm. What kind of containers do you guys use? We use these glass, probably
Mm.
lunchmate containers, whatever, that have like the little seal up. I mean, we buy them from Costco. It's like
You wanna know
all
a life
glass
hack?
containers. What's the life
Yes.
hack?
Give me the life hack.
So Chinese place, China Village.
Yeah.
When we get to go, we save their to go containers because they're pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
Like their soup containers. I use those a lot for veggies and stuff.
dude, I have, here's the thing. I don't want to use the glass container that I have for the egg whites because I was like, don't I have like a plastic jug around here or like a pickle jar that I could use this because I could tuck it away? Yeah, I definitely get that. Easy. Whatever makes life easier, a little
Yeah.
quicker, I would say. Especially if you're
Mm.
using the stuff often,
You get soup and you get a container from it.
Mm.
It's like a
Hey, so
double
tell us
win.
about you getting charged a tip.
Okay, so I thought
Oh.
they charged me a tip. So I did it online, right? And if I'm ordering online, I'm going to pick it up. I won't do a tip. I'm cheap. And I don't
Naturally.
feel like it
Why
needs
would
Because
to
you?
you're going to pick it up.
It's already like
Right.
$100.
So when I saw the price, they didn't include tax. So when I got there, I was like, did like they charged a tip or something? Because this would have been like
That's how they
the
get
same
you.
as the smallest chip. But then but then I looked and it was tax.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, I mean, you've seen the staff there.
Yeah.
How do I explain her? She's like taller.
Oh
She's
yeah.
more
Oh, I know. I know exactly what you're
aggressive
talking about.
looking
Well,
attitude.
is it the God, I would say the one with like a
She's not super old. Let's just put it
long,
that. She's
long
probably
black
the
hair with a ponytail.
yes.
I think she's like the boss lady. Or
Yeah,
she's like one of the head
something.
honchos
She's
there.
always pissy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm white. I don't know. But anyways, she got the receipt from someone's table, brought it over, and there was no tip. I don't think there was anything written on it. But Sarah and I saw her write a tip on there and then write in the total. And I'm like, did they say to do that? Because that'd be scary.
Yeah, well, like there's yeah, it's man, the customer has to notice it too. Now,
Yeah.
can I say one thing? You guys ever go to a restaurant and look at your tab later, or like your bill online, and you're not getting charged the tip that you wrote?
Yeah.
Because I think some places, and I could be completely wrong, they pay the tip out from the company themselves or something. I don't know. But like I would say 8 times out of 10, whenever I go to a restaurant and I'll put in like $15 tip and I just happen to look at my bill or online for something, I'm like, oh yeah, I went there and they only charged me like the $100 or where's the 115? Like, have you guys ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it processes after because
Even after, like I've just personally never seen it like a lot of times.
because like I know for my bank, it's like I'll charge the initial $100, right?
Mhm.
And then because that's what's up front, and then they put in the tip later or like through the system and stuff. So I think it corrects itself later on. At least for my bank, I don't know. But I haven't noticed it.
Yeah, like I
not
said,
going
I could
through.
be completely wrong. But speaking of like someone writing a tip, apparently back in the day, when Alex was my roommate, he had his friend Casey, and they were going through shit, like their problems. But Casey wrote in a tip on a customer's tab. Like he, instead of it being like a $2 tip, he made it like an 8 or something. Some wild.
Oh, that shit happens all the time. That's why you
Yeah,
gotta check
yeah.
your.
And then, bro, his ass was like
Yeah.
fired.
Oh yeah.
Because the customer called in, he's like, I didn't do that. His service was shitty. Like he's like, oh,
Wow.
you're fired, bro. Sorry.
Get out of here.
Like, dude, oh my goodness.
Yeah, for $6.
For like $6 or like $8. That's nuts. It's
You gotta
like,
go small.
God, you should have just went with the 50 cents, 50
Or
cents.
just do your job better.
Yeah, that
Or
too.
that. Could do
That too. Yeah, that's a big one. Hey, Bert, you see that poster that's straight behind me? Can you make out what both of those posters are?
The top one is Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
That I know. I was actually looking at that second one, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Alien
It's
versus
in
Predator.
relation
Oh
to
yeah,
that
it's
one.
AVP. Yeah, because it's the Predator and the Alien.
It's AVP 2, man. Dude, I've
Oh,
had these posters
Requiem?
since forever. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, AVPR.
When was the last time you actually sat down and watched that?
Like 7, 8 years.
I was thinking about doing an AVP rewatch because I know that both the movies get like so much shit, but I actually really enjoyed the first one because it was the first time we got to see Aliens versus Predator.
It had the potential to be really good.
It had the potential. It wasn't, but I still enjoyed it. It was like, okay, for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a lot of people hated the second one, but I like really liked the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone's like, it's so bad. I was like, dude, it went to its like horror roots. It's violent. It's like terrifying. Like I still remember seeing it in theaters. And there's the moment when the Pred alien like goes into like the nursing ward, and I'm just like, this is like legitimately terrifying.
It's like impregnating
like
women like with like aliens. Like that was nuts. That was nuts.
And this is
I don't remember if I ever watched it.
Dude, I enjoyed it, but there was also the problem of this is when I realized I don't watch trailers anymore.
Yeah, trailers will definitely
I remember getting super excited for that movie and watching like there's the Red Band trailer. It's uncensored. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And it was like violent. But like I remember seeing things in the trailer and being like, whoa, this is sick. But it's always out of context because it's a trailer. To start watching the movie and I'm like, oh, I know that this person dies because I remember this scene of this girl getting like shirkened and impaled upon like the wall, and I'm like, oh, this has kind of ruined the movie for me now because I know this person. Like, I'm sure they're all gonna die, but like I now know how this person's gonna die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think that moment when I had this shift where I go, I just don't watch trailers. I just don't watch trailers. And I know that there's an entire subgenre of the internet, or not even subgenre, it's massive, of people who react to trailers and people who love watching people react to trailers.
It's wild.
It's wild. I have some buddies of mine that's their thing. That's what they do. If this is your thing, go check it out. They're Heroes Reforged, right? They do all these reactions to all the superhero stuff. They're a great bunch of guys, right? But I've told them I don't understand why people watch this because I don't understand why I'm reacting to somebody reacting to a trailer, right? So now
it's like you're taking a picture within a picture within a picture.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Like, oh, people's reaction. Like it's almost like you're making content off of anything. Anything.
Yeah. So I have that. But AVP too. R.
AVPR. Actually, you can't really tell, but maybe you can tell. The poster is actually ripped to fuck all on the bottom because of Morty.
Well, that adds to it. That adds to it.
Yeah. See, there's
Oh, that scratch down it?
Yeah. Oh, it actually ripped the whole thing off, but Tanya taped it back up.
It adds.
Yeah, it's character.
Yeah.
You know what else adds a character?
What's that?
Lord of the Rings RPGs.
Yeah! So excited. Can I say that I moved the thing that I needed to do today because I wanted us to be able to record because I enjoyed doing this, but mainly because I was so excited for the story that I wanted to play again. So great job, Dalton, last week.
Yay.
Yay.
Let me go get my coffee refill and then I'm down because I'm going to convince this entire fucking bar to come with us and use them as cannon fodder.
Hope you have better
Brand
rolls.
Battle Brother style. All right.
Just gotta have good rolls. Gotta have good rolls. Gotta get these rolls out of the way. So I guess Phonimonium has like a Lego night.
Yeah, I
or
saw
their
that.
first ever Lego thing.
I've been wanting to go to the Thursdays and play Warhammer. Kill team, at least.
And it's intimidating.
I know.
It's so intimidating. I mean, everybody's super nice, but it's just
it's.
I'm like,
but
I
you're
just
like
show,
the
I'm
new
like,
guy. I don't know a lot.
You don't know
I
anything.
I don't want to be that guy who's just really annoying. And
I'd rather have like Bert there because he can connect.
He's the medium between.
Yeah, it's like you're this bridge. Like, because some of them they're talking like it's just like they're saying so much. I'm like, what? But I mean, like I said, like the times that I've just been there just to like take a glance, they're everybody's super polite. Oh, dude, just come play, come play. I'm like, oh, man, there's only like 8 of you, and you're taking up like 8 tables. Like there's a lot. You need a lot of space. Yeah.
I went the other day.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, I got some paint and glue.
Nice.
That I needed.
Yeah, I still need to get some brighter paint after I painted those guys like dark green. I'm like, yeah, like I just can't because I want to paint their heads a different color, but I'm like, if I paint them gray, it's just going to be like basically the color that they were just. So some neon type of color would be cool.
It'd still look different.
It would. Yeah.
You'd at least be able to see the detail.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what blows me away is how you guys put so much detail into your guys's. Yours guys's.
I did one yesterday. And yeah. I asked because it's a character from the Star Wars campaign that I'm doing with my neighbors, and I was like, "So what? Tell me like your character story." And so this guy is like a robot. He's a droid, but he's like a monster hunter droid. And so his whole thing is like the ocean. And I was like, I've seen these like elaborate model things that people do to like make it look like they're things like in the water. And there's like all these effects. And I'm just like, here's some sand, here's some blue. You're in the water. You're at the beach. There it is.
But, you're at the beach.
I love painting. I love
surfing.
Painting.
Sam's. Smash.
All right.
All right. So, well, last I remember, we were sitting at a table in their tavern inn thingy. Music's playing in the background, and then the fuck is his name?
Lifstan.
Said the name yet?
The shield bearer.
Oh, that's right. No, that guy. So he comes over and sits, and I believe it's still evening time. Everyone's getting fat and drunk, and
I love it.
So he says, "Good evening, gentlemen, travelers. What brings you around these parts?"
Yeah, we'll pull up the cool map.
Sorry, I'm not gonna voices, so I won't even try. It'll be like the same voice, but just sound really weird.
Just different tones.
No. Do you? Okay. I look at. No, actually, hold on. You do voices. You do Brody pretty well, but
but it changes all the time.
Yeah, whatever.
It's got like 3 different tones to it.
Yeah. It's okay. I kind of look from myself to Radol to Brody to see if somebody else is going to speak first.
Brody says, "Oh, we're doing good. We're on a hunt for some treasure." Treasure, you say?
I'm trying to think of like just where to like start my talking.
Yeah.
Where is this treasure?
Yes. Where is this treasure? And I look over at Brody.
It's we're almost there. It's a little bit more to the east. Through the woods. Up a little mountain.
At this time, I'm going to say, well, I already told you guys I was gonna go talk to the crowd, see what I can get. So I'm just gonna excuse myself, and then I'm gonna kind of walk to the bar. Another ale.
Linstein just Lifston, whatever the fuck his name is. He just said, oh, okay, and raises his glass.
Cheers.
Clink.
And then the bartender just pours you an ale.
And then I'm gonna go mingle.
Mingle.
While he's mingling, I'll step in within Lifton.
You're like, fine, I'll just be here.
Yeah. So, would you say that treasure is something that you're interested in? Perhaps you would like to join our quest to enrich ourselves with this so-called treasure that's through the mountains and up the mountain.
Me? Treasure?
Yes.
And he laughs like he just laughs.
You're in. I like it. All right.
No. I don't seek any treasure.
Come now. No need to be modest. I'm sure that being a shield bearer has its perks and its privileges, but you could always find a way to enrich your entire town. I'm sure that treasure would go a long way in bringing much needed or wanted improvements. How could you say no? Perhaps if not you, then would you know of anyone in town that might be willing to sign up for our quest?
He just looks around and just kind of scoffs because he sees all the people that are there. Like I said, they're all just
Yeah, I think you described him as old and
drunk and bad.
Go to a casino. At this time, oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to a group of people. How many people could be in this group, Dalton?
Roll d6.
All right, 6.
All right, there's 6 people there.
All right, so I'm gonna approach this group of, let's say, mixed individuals. Hello, all. I'm Radol. Good evening to all. My companions and I, we are looking for help on this endeavor that we are doing. We are looking to find good, solid workers to help us find perhaps some treasure. Would any of you be interested? It would be a nice adventure for all of us. Get some exercise. We can get out of this small town for a little bit. We get out of this small town for a little bit. Enjoy the hillside. Perhaps find this treasure and just come back a little bit richer. What say you?
Roll your persuasion for me. Persuasion.
dude, convince the shit out of him.
Whoa, 17.
Yes.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna roll a d6. I got a 4. So I'm gonna say 4 of them say yes. I don't know if that's being a little too aggressive, but
Nope. I
oh,
love it.
they're all drinking their beer and drunk, and
That's a little easier to sell. They're all drunk.
one of them was like, "Treasure? I could use some treasure." And
Really?
then the other
What's your
three-
name?
Gerard.
Gerard?
Don't ask me why that was the first one that came to mind.
I know. I was gonna be like Butler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write everybody's name down, by the way. So, throw me names. Gerard. Who else?
You
The
there?
name's Jim.
Jim. Yes.
Jim with
Classic.
two
Gerard.
Jim with 2 M's.
Jim with 2 M's. We'll do Jim with 2 M's.
Anybody else? Anybody else? This is a great opportunity to get some treasure, potentially, maybe, and we'll get out of this town.
Brumil like throws his voice. Like if like Randall's up there like talking, like, come on, who's it? She's like, wow, this sounds like a great plan.
Who said that? What, you? I'm gonna point at it.
I point to the same guy that whoever Randy's pointing at, I point at him. That guy right there.
I'm gonna point at the guy. You? Yeah?
Billy. Billy's the third.
Billy with 1 L.
Billy the third. Got it.
Biley.
1 L.
A long line of those.
Gerard, Jim with 2 M's, Billy with 1 L, and
Brumil, did you see someone raise their hand? Did you? And I'm gonna just drink some more ale.
Yes, this gentleman right here seems like a worthy adventurer.
You
raised your hand.
I'm pointing to like the most like a guy who's literally passed out on the table in his cups. Right.
Does anybody know this guy's name? He is praying right now. Anybody,
throw me a name.
Oh, jeez, it's kind of hard.
Schlem.
Schlem.
Schlem the drunk.
Schlem. Let's say SCHELM. Schlem. All right. Right. Cool. Let me get you guys around. Let's all get around and we'll go to Schlem's table. Actually,
As you say this, Schlem like sits up. Yes. I love adventures and ale.
Come, let's discuss. We'll discuss this endeavor that we're gonna go on. Come on, we're gonna try to herd them to the table because everybody's drunk.
All right, yeah, you're 4: Gerard, Jim, Billy, and Schlem the drunk.
Slim.
Welcome to the party.
Billy with 1 L.
As you're doing this, Lifston is kind of chuckling, but then is kind of serious. And are you at the table now, Randy? Or,
am I at the hill? Yeah, I would presume so.
Okay. So he looks at you guys and was saying, as new travelers who look like they can hold their own, I was hoping you would help me with my own adventure or quest.
Side quest.
I've heard talks of 2 orc soldiers who are very strong and is just tormenting the nearby area, killing cattle and men. As you see around here, I don't have a lot of help. As he looks like Schlem the drunk.
I just imagine Schlem. Sorry if I can interpose here for a second. It's like as soon as like the ale has like, let me turn off my blurred screen so this plays a little bit better. Like as the ale comes down, it's like a hands towards, and it's just like now completely lost in it. So even though you like reference it or lift, he's just like.
He should also have a beard, so all the ale's like
it's dripping from it. All right, sorry. Continue.
As you see, I don't have a lot of choices, and he's just gonna leave it at that.
Yes, I see. Would helping you of your problem lead to some sort of reward?
I don't have much to offer, but I can offer you a night's stay, and I will accompany you to your treasure.
Ooh.
If you help me defeat these orcs.
I don't see why not. Brumel?
It makes sense to me. A fair deal. You'll accompany us, but forego your share of the treasure because we're helping you with your orc problem. So to confirm the details of this transaction, we eliminate some orcs. You come with us on our quest. Payment is elimination of orcs. You will seek no treasure. Because you said yourself, what could you really use with treasure? So is that a fair understanding?
He just kind of stares at you. He just kind of stares at you at a blank face. Drinks more of his ale. Stares a little bit more. if that is what it must take.
And I'm gonna add to this. We're gonna bring Gerard, Jim, Billy, and Schlem too. I just want to let's just see how they operate.
Exercise for all of us to get into a
little
rhythm together, gentlemen.
Yeah, get the swing of things. Roddy, what's your take on all this?
Hold on, as you say, you're bringing them. I got an 8. Liston just chuckles. I've never heard of them before.
Well,
like he's never met them before.
They're they seem able-bodied.
Except for Slim the Drunk, excuse me. He's met Slim the Drunk.
Oh,
because obviously he's the
well, they seem able-bodied. Yeah. We need persons.
In Bruno's mind, it's like when he hears they seem able-bodied, and he just in his head goes, "We need just bodies right now."
Yeah.
And as you guys are discussing all this, you just see Brody like holding his drink, just like nodding in excitement because now he has this entire big entourage,
this party
helping him find this treasure.
Yeah, so I would say we could leave at first light.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Where can we lay our beds tonight? Lifstone.
In one of the rooms. I have already made arrangements with the innkeeper.
Okay.
I was already hopeful that you men would say yes. Hence the free beer and food. Persuasion, may you say.
Got you. I want to turn to the table of men, or the little entourage. Gentlemen, we are gonna leave at first light for the first part of this adventure. Can I count on all of you to be at this table at first light?
Will you roll for me?
Yes.
We're going to roll persuasion again. Okay. Let's do persuasion.
Fucking 8.
So they're all drinking. You say, "Can we count on you?" Schlim the Drunk raises his glass. Do we get more ale?
I'm gonna look at Lifstone and be like, yes.
He's not on my tab.
I'm gonna pull out some coin. Yes, another round.
At dawn.
All right,
but only him says that.
And I'm gonna go like this.
I point at Jimmy with 2 M's, Gerard, and Billy the third.
Billy, I'm sure you being the third of your line means that you have your ancestors look upon you with excitement, knowing that you're about to embark on this quest. Jimmy, 2 M's, Gerard. I look forward to questing with you in the morning.
And I put a hand out. Like Three Musketeers, like.
Come on, gentlemen, don't leave me hanging.
I'm gonna put my hand in there.
Yeah. Brody, come on, Brody.
Come on. Brody's really quick to do it.
Yeah, Schlem.
Team.
Put the drink down, Schlem, just for a second.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, they all do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done, gentlemen. I know that you will not dishonor yourself by not showing up here in the morning.
The easiest task of showing up.
Do you guys do anything else before resting?
I'm gonna.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna ask for some bread and cheese on Liston's tab and go to a room.
Fine. I'll allow it. Lifton is trying to. I mean, he already persuaded you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I talk to Lifton for a little bit more?
Yes.
Okay.
Good night, gentlemen.
Lifton, you say it's only 2 orcs. That seems very peculiar. What more can you tell me about the orcs? You said there's only 2 of them, so where are they hiding? What have they done? Anything you can help us with hunting them?
Well, they're 2 orc soldiers. I've been told they're larger than normal. And from what I've heard, they have a cave nearby.
Interesting. So we know where they're at, potentially.
I don't know exact location of the cave, but I know they're...
Are there many caves in this area, Lifton? Is this going to be a wild orc chase, or...?
Not many, no.
Good. Oh, see? Already. Off to a good start.
I don't have the manpower.
And I point to everyone at the table. I go, you do now.
He just looks at you like, okay, and drinks some more ale.
Yes.
I have lost a few already.
Oh. I am sorry to hear you say that. The orcs are, though brutish, they are a threat nonetheless.
Indeed they are.
Indeed.
And I need to rid of them.
Yes. Yes. And you can kind of feel. Well, no. Yeah, he's kind of looks left and right.
You do?
Yeah. Bruno does. Like, yes. The evil of Mordor. Yes. Well,
He didn't say
anyways,
anything, he just...
Yeah. I best to get a good night's sleep in a warm house, not on the road. Enjoy it while we can.
Indeed.
For tomorrow.
And he finishes his ale and
we quest.
raises it, we quest. And then puts it down and just walks away.
Yep. All right. I guess I'm gonna, nothing else.
All right.
For me, at least.
So you walk away. Bryce just sits there. Oh, all right. I guess we're going to sleep. So he goes up. All right. Fast forward. You guys get. I don't know if you were hurt or anything.
It's
but
like
if you were-
the night to the morning.
Yeah. You guys heal up. I don't know.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, nighttime we heal.
Heal. Yeah. You guys wake up. Nothing happens. You're just waking up there.
So I want to, get dressed, make sure I got everything on my person. Then I want to, I'm gonna put my hand on the door. I'm gonna put my hand on the door handle. I'm gonna like, come on, baby, have somebody out there already. And I'm gonna say, come on, baby, have somebody out there already. Like one of the 4 guys, and then I'm gonna walk out to the hall to the table. Do I see anybody?
Yeah. I'm very curious to see.
Who is a man of their word?
Need a D4. Where is a 4? Would that make sense to roll a D4 to see how many of these 4 fuckers?
It's your call. Whatever you want.
How do I roll a
You are the
D4?
god of this world.
How do you roll a d4? Man, I don't even know where they're at. Oh, they're right there.
It's like this
Like-
weird triangle shit.
What? Yeah, but how do you? Here, you roll, Bert.
Oh, you want me to roll?
Yeah, you were part of the Makdar chant.
So you roll a d4,
Uh,
lands, and it's whatever number is like face up. So in
Nice.
this case, 1.
so you see one man out there.
I mean, it is just the morning.
It's early. Give them time. Radel, give them time.
Who do we see?
Schlem the drunk. He never left.
Of course, it was fucking Schlem. I'm gonna just kind of stand over Schlem and be like, "One is better than none."
I go to the barkeep to get like, see if there's any like breakfast, whatever they can give me for breakfast, whether it's like some fish or what have you, and then like a morning ale, right? Something that's not like heavy, but something to like kickstart the day. And I'll pay for it if that's fine. But then I like put the food down and I get glasses, hoping that more of these people will show up. I at least slide one over to Schlem because he was here on time. I'm putting 2 and 2 together, which is he never left because he's a fucking drunk. But whatever, keep him drunk. So I give him a beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the town's pretty desperate because though there are only 2 orcs, they're really terrorizing this fucking place, and apparently nobody can kill them. And then I rolled a 19. So as you do that, the other 3 dudes walk into the tavern, and they're somewhat ready to go. I mean, they're as ready as 3 drunken village dudes.
I want
can
to say when they walk into the tavern, as Bert's coming back with the or holding the ales, my back is towards the guys, but I kind of like peek over. I'm just gonna look at him. I'm like, fuck yes.
You see me.
Or they ole.
So they walk up to you. I think let's just be cliche. One of them has a pitchfork. One of them,
I was gonna ask, what are their weapons like?
One has an axe, and it's not really like a battle axe. It's more just a, chopping axe.
Let's identify who has weapons. So who has the pitchfork?
So we're gonna say Gerard has the pitchfork.
Okay.
I'll just go down the list. Jim with 2 M's have the axe.
Okay.
We'll just say worn axe.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna give it some negative fucking points when he uses it.
Billy the Third, 1L.
Billy the Third. We're gonna say he just has a basic sword.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool.
Good job, Billy.
Basic sword, worn sword.
And Schlem the Drunk. I imagine Schlem the Drunk being like Gimli but human. He's not tall. He's the plumpest at all of them. Bearded, drunk, obviously. But in return, him being like so stocky, he is strong, and he does have like a mallet or whatever you would call it, like one of those big old,
Nice
hammer kind of things. So he does have that. We'll just say,
cool
hammer.
Yeah,
large hammer. I don't know how to do you say it.
Yeah, like a war hammer, but not.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
I will say, I don't know why, but I like Schlem the Drunk the most. So I'm gonna give him a backstory later. But
please,
we'll say it's a war hammer.
Okay,
I'm gonna give him a
That's
story.
probably why he's drunk.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love this. All right, great. I care. Just like Battle Brothers, I'm invested now.
And he's not so slim, which makes it fun.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Slim.
Do I see Lifton?
Not yet.
All right. I look to Radal since he's a man of, in my mind, the West. Radal, do you want to give some sort of inspirational speech? I can't trust Brody to say anything.
What's that?
Yeah, right. Oh, Brody, you're here. Welcome. I almost willingly forgot about you.
I'm gonna do I'm going to do something a little uncharacteristic.
Nice.
So, just based on it, because I still have currency on my person.
Yeah.
I'm like, gentlemen, thank you for showing up here. After discussion, each of you get 1 piece of silver before we start this quest. This is just to show our good faith that we are sharing whatever treasure that we're gonna give or we're gonna get. Lifton doesn't get any, by the way. Per our agreement. But we are gonna go on a little endeavor just to loosen up everything. So please, gentlemen, here is 1 piece of silver from our party to you. And I have 18 pieces. How much fucking silver do I have? No, I've got 18 gold pieces. So 1 gold piece is I have written down it equals 20 silver pieces. So I'm gonna break down to 17 gold pieces. And then I'm gonna give a silver piece to each of the party, and I'm gonna slap Roddy's hand away. So that would bring me down to
As you're
silver.
getting it, you just see his hand like, ooh.
16 silver, and I've given away a silver piece to each of the guys.
They're all just all right. Let's kill some orcs. The guy with the pitchfork.
Yeah! I need a bigger notebook for this.
So, I'm gonna ask, right? Sorry, Dalton, I'm gonna RP some of this.
Gentlemen, I see you all come equipped with things. Good, that's great. Understand that as we continue on our quest, we will get you more and better gear as we we'll see what the universe provides. But I must ask, does anyone here have any sort of combat experience or expertise? Is this anyone's first time hunting an orc? So trying to understand everyone's roles so that we go into this with a well executed plan and everyone gets out safe.
Actually, I'm gonna have you roll. Investigation.
Ooh, okay. That's good. Okay, intelligence. My intelligence is it's okay. Ooh, daddy likey, 18.
Sweet. So all of them, they don't say anything. They all just kind of look at Schlim. And Gerard says, we 3 do not, but Schlim has seen some things.
Schlem, my dear friend.
Huh?
Yes, I
Raise my glass. Yes. In due time, I hope to learn more of your history. But for now, I will take into effect that you have slain an orc before. I will look forward to counting on you in the battle to come.
He doesn't say yes or no that he's seen an orc before, but he's just like, all right. As you wrapping up that conversation, Liston walks in.
Right.
And so as I described him or wrote out, he has medium weight armor. I'd say it's not really, it's not in like the best condition, but it's also, it's not worn.
Sure.
It's just used. I don't know. He has a one-handed battle axe and a large shield that is made of steel on the outer edges, and the inner shield is made of wood. In the middle is a gold-plated spike. Don't ask me why. That's what I came up with.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's walking in, ready to go. Axe is like in a little thing on this back, Are we ready, gentlemen?
I think we are.
Do you
Yes.
have horses?
I have a horse. Yes, it does not have a name, but I
I,
have a
yeah,
horse.
I got my horse Steve.
Steve.
Well, I guess my question is this then, as we embark on this. Do we have any sort of direction that we think that we're going to be checking caves? Is there a good place to start? Lifton.
Where are we? Okay, let me share this.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't thought any of this through, so
that's all right.
No,
Make
you're
it
doing
up
good.
on the fly. Here we
You're
go.
doing good. Build it
I
up
hate
as
how
you
this
go.
thing disappears for me.
Yeah.
So I
anyways,
translate my stuff to my
so-
notebook.
The red is obviously where we're at. To the northeast is last I heard. Yeah, I'm just gonna say the northeast.
Yeah. All right.
And I want to ask Lifton, how many caves are in this area to the northeast that you know of? So if we have to, go one by one, or is it 10, 5, 3, 2, 20? Should we go somewhere
We
else?
have mapped out 3,
Ah, okay.
and I'm gonna say they're there and there.
Ooh,
I don't know if
Merkwood,
you can-
Jesus.
Gross.
See it. Mind you, I'm cheating a little bit, and obviously some of the locations isn't
Yeah.
Sure.
totally Lord of the Rings
Nonsense.
accurate.
No. This is great.
Nonsense.
It's not showing very well, but you get it.
We do. Exciting. Well, I guess it would make sense to check the closest one first.
Indeed.
Yeah. Lead the way.
Okay. So we all walk out, get on our horses. We're gonna say we're trotting along.
Yes.
Do you guys want to do anything? Say anything?
I'm gonna
Hmm.
pack my smoking pipe. And anybody care for a toke while we're on the way?
Roddy's like, yes. Yes, I do.
Not
you. Yes.
Lifston actually pulls out his own pipe as well. And he
Ooh.
kind of in a cheering fashion, he says, "Don't mind if I do."
Ooh, Jesus. The rest of you, anything? Anybody?
They also all pull out their own pipes.
Good.
Apparently, it's
Well.
a pipe smoking town.
Well, you know what? Well, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is my question then. I look at this and I see all this and I go, I'm excited because it's like Brumo's finally, he's been alone for so long. He's been
Mhm.
kind of wandering, so it feels good to be part of like a group again for him, even though it
Mm.
seems this kind of like eclectic group. He's taking like joy in that. At the same point, he looks and he goes, "Gentlemen, perhaps this is a bit presumptuous and too early. I do not wish to invoke any sort of negative karma for what I am about to ask, but shall we give our group a name? What do we call ourselves?"
How about the Fellowship of the Treasure?
That is so funny.
Fellowship of the. Who says that?
Roddy did.
Roddy. There's no wrong suggestions here, but I'm putting that in the wrong.
There's no wrong answers. Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Oh God! Now I would have never thought of this. Let's call us the Broken Leaf.
Hmm.
I don't hate it.
I like it. I was thinking something like Dynamic Fitness Supply, but that's fine. That's fine. Broken leaf works.
That's weird.
I like broken leaf.
That's funny.
Can I just say above game that I like
Oh
how
god.
Brody is the mastermind
And nobody
low
cares.
key of this, and yeah, he's just kind of like pushed to the side.
You're slum now. Oh man.
Okay.
All right,
Great.
we're
Broken leaf.
walking
That's all
around.
I
Anything
wanted. I
else?
just want to do that, and you'll see that. Like, well, no, I'll get to it later. I need to find another time, but
After a couple of hits, I want to ask Brody. The Brody, or gallop up to Brody or wherever he is, fall back to his position. How are you feeling about all this, bud?
I'm very excited. We get to go on an adventure. I love adventures.
So,
We're going for the treasure.
so you don't have a problem with us going to do this first and then going for your treasure? Because I thought we were very adamant about getting this treasure firsthand.
Oh, we are, but I also like adventures. And there's lots of people, which means more chances to find the treasure.
But I thought you knew where it was.
Oh, I do. But what I mean is more chances to not die while getting the treasure. It's
I
a
thought
very
you said the
scary
risk
land out
wasn't
here.
that much.
I mean, there's always risks.
What are you smoking?
Whatever you have.
Wait, I thought, and I'm gonna feel like my bag. I'm gonna look over. Brody has like my bag. I'm like, that long bottom leaf. just don't break it up too much. Just savor it. All right. So I'm just gonna just continue on, take a couple more hits, and then I'm gonna put my stuff away, and then I want to, just mingle with the guys.
Yep.
Kind of like make small talk, but getting my sack back. Yeah. Whatever you're smoking.
All right. Anything else before you arrive at the cave?
Mm-mm. None for me.
All right. So I'll say it's like midday. Nothing weird going on that you guys notice. Can you both of you roll your would it be perception? Yeah, it's like perception.
Sure. I want to use my Red
Or
Dead
insight.
Redemption hunting
You're-
perception.
So looking if you guys see anything
See a trail.
initially.
I'm gonna roll this dice.
Like you clearly see the cave, and it has like evidence of that, somebody's been there,
Oh.
whether they're still there or not.
Yeah, I got an 18.
I rolled a 17.
Sweet. So you guys are walking up to the cave. There's a couple chairs or whatever you like, stools, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not much more than that, and then but you guys do notice that it looks like given the condition of the stools, chairs, whatever you call it, and like spider webs and stuff around the cave, that it looks like no one's been around for a while.
Can I still do a survival or maybe an investigate or something to just see if there's any sort of like, because Rumil has extensive experience with orcs, not just fighting them, but being around them, right? In the same team. So can he look for any signs that he can tell? Sorry. Solid copy understands that nobody's been here. This place has been undisturbed for a while. Can he look to see if there is anything that indicate orcs had once been here at one point? Or is this like just some other abandoned cave? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What would you like me to roll for that?
A lovely.
What do you think? Investigation?
Yeah, investigation, survival, whatever you want. Investigate makes sense. Yeah, investigate.
Investigate.
Okay, I'm not trained in this. No. 16.
So you, as you like, you're walking up and you see, like I said, like old chairs or stools.
Yeah.
And ideally, orcs wouldn't really be using stools.
Yeah.
And you see you just see remnants of someone that's been there, but not an orc.
I'm gonna ask Bruno, what are you saying? Is it worth it?
No, it seems clear to me that no one has been here for quite some time, and I see no evidence of an orc or the filth that they leave behind here. That seems rather undisturbed. It was too much to hope for that first cave would be the one, but it was on our way out, so yeah. Unfortunately, gentlemen, the quest continues.
All right.
Lifton asked, should we not just check?
You want to go into a cave just to see? Yes, Lifton. Perhaps you will lead our party in. Here's a torch.
He
I don't
takes
think
it.
the whole party needs to go in just yet.
I'll go with him. Let's just check it out to be safe.
So he takes his axe out. He grabs the torch.
I go put my helmet on, and I grab my shield and I grab my glaive spear thing.
And then will you roll? You guys start walking in to the entrance.
Yeah.
And will you roll your investigation?
Sure. It's only a 6 this time.
6. So you guys are walking in. It's pretty dark, obviously. He has the torch, and you don't see anything yet. And we'll end it there.
Oh no.
Oh.
This fucking dude's gonna this guy could have just moved on, but no. Let's choke it out.
He has to be sure.
I know, I get it.
Grr.
Dude.
Oh, that was good.
It's great. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Sames.
It's getting more official as we go on. Me writing stuff down in the new notebook that I have.
Pretty fun.
I'm
I
excited.
like making up the stories and stuff. I'm gonna have to give Shlem a good story.
Give him a real good one. Give them all good ones, so that way it's really sad when they die.
Maybe they'll survive.
Maybe I'll die and I have to take Shlem over as my character.
Ooh, there you go. Shlem.
Any closing topics?
What do you
Yeah,
got
we guys
there?
having for lunch.
Ooh.
Dalton, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there's in Katati, there's a new Greek restaurant that I don't know what it's called, like Mezzolini's or something like that. But Tanya's been discussing it, so I'll probably go there today.
Nice.
Probably gonna have to order like a lot of food, but I mean, you know,
I've
I
left
think it'll be,
gotta
it'll be
try
different.
it.
Yeah.
Gotta try it. Well, I'm just saying, like, how much do I have to order to feel
full.
filled?
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to like gourd myself, but
yeah.
She wants to go, we'll go.
Nice.
Other than that, I mean, I could always get in and out after.
That sounds kind of good.
It always sounds good.
I'm my buddy. So random, but he was like, "Hey, man." So sorry. Let me back it up. We set the stage. I went to the grocery store when I ended up working really late we were going to record on Friday. I ended up working really late. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. So I went to the grocery store to get some vodka. But then I also got some ciabatta bread because I want to do my ciabatta bread pizza loaf.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought the ciabatta bread. I had cheese already. I had pepperoni. And I got home and I was like, fudge, I didn't buy any marinara or pizza sauce. So I was kind of bummed because I bought all this stuff. And I was like, I'm going to go back to the store. So my buddy just hits me up randomly on Friday night being like, hey, man, I made a ton of homemade marinara sauce. And I have way more than I need. Would you want any? And I was like, hell yes, I do. Because you don't know how convenient this is. So he brought it over. I have this tub of homemade marinara sauce. It looks weird in a good way because you know how when you buy normal marinara or pizza sauce, it's that very, very red, iconically red sauce.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of an orangey kind of marinara. It looks a little so.
Is it hot?
He said that he added a little spice to it, so he's like, oh,
That's what I'm
great,
saying.
awesome.
Like usually orange. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get this ciabatta. I love that. I'm gonna cut a large like hoagie size out of it, and then I'm gonna just dump this like warm marinara sauce in there, cheese and pepperoni, make a little pizza pocket melt for lunch. Actually,
That
Nice.
sounds fun.
it's 10:30, so I'm still probably gonna eat an early lunch because I'm starving and it sounds too good to wait.
Brunch.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
do, Dalton?
I have no idea. Maybe taquitos. We bought these
Figure it
chicken
out.
taquitos from Costco. They're hella good.
Okay, girl. Dude, can I say that like we were talking last time? Bacon bits at Costco is $9 for like a pound and a quarter. Right?
Mhm.
Dude, everywhere else for like a quarter of bacon bits is like $9.
$9. Yeah.
It's insane
It's
how much
alarming.
bacon bits cost.
Yeah.
Other if you're not getting them from Costco. Insane. It's a little bit of dab here, dab there. Oh, so good.
And they're really good. They don't taste like fake or anything. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're real bacon. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, it's literally just it's probably like the bit I would presume it's not actual like the cuts of bacon, just like the end pieces that they're just like dicing up. But also there's like you just got to be careful because there's a lot of fat in there.
There's a
So
lot of fat. Yeah.
that's the thing,
Sodium, probably.
Sodium and fat, baby.
Yeah.
You know, makes the world go
My
around.
best friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I throw in carbs there too, and it's the three of them together. It's just, oh boy.
They're really good though.
Gerard, Jim, and Billy.
It's Gerard, Jimmy with 2 M's, and Billy 1L the third.
Billy
One
1L
L.
the third.
The third.
Finally.
There's been 3 Billies with 1L in this man's line, and I might end this line right now by getting him caught in some sort of orc ambush. But I'm excited.
I am too. JARdon meth.
JARdon the mess, everybody. It's good to be back.
Gerard.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah.